There is a place so rich, so secret, so powerful, that even billionaires aren't allowed inside. A place where gold-plated palaces, private islands, and futuristic cities stretch as far as the eye can see, where the royal family's private jets, mega yachts, and hidden mansions quietly rule from behind tall walls and guarded gates. This isn't a story from a movie. This is real, and it's happening right now. Inside Saudi Arabia, the $1.5 trillion kingdom that no tourist can ever truly enter. In this video, we'll take you inside their hidden world, from the secret palaces of Riyadh to private islands in the Red Sea, and even a futuristic city being built that looks straight out of a science fiction movie. Let's begin. The richest royal family on earth. The royal family of Saudi Arabia, known as the House of Saud, is not just famous. They're the richest royal family in the world. Their estimated wealth, over $1.4 trillion. That's more than the British royal family, more than Hollywood's biggest stars, even more than some entire countries. So where does all this money come from? It all started nearly a century ago with one thing: oil. Back in the 1930s, huge oil reserves were discovered beneath Saudi Arabia's deserts, and ever since, that black gold has poured endless wealth into the royal family's pockets. But they didn't stop there. The House of Saud invested smartly. Over the years, they've bought shares in the world's biggest companies, like Citigroup, News Corporation, Twitter, and luxury hotels. Their art collection includes works by legends like Leonardo da Vinci and Picasso. And when it comes to their personal toys, let's just say it's next level. They own fleets of private jets, mega yachts with underwater rooms, gold-plated cars, and of course, some of the most expensive secretive properties across the globe. The secret palaces of Riyadh. Let's start with their hometown, Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. That's where you'll find one of the grandest palaces on earth, Al Yamama Palace. This isn't your average royal home. Al Yamama is more like a small city. It covers over 4 million square feet, has 1,000 rooms, swimming pools, a private cinema, and even its own mosque. From the outside, it looks simple, with clean, modern lines and traditional Arabic design. But step inside, and the gold, marble, silk carpets, and enormous crystal chandeliers remind you, this is no ordinary palace. This is where King Salman, the current ruler of Saudi Arabia, holds important government meetings and welcomes world leaders like China's President Xi Jinping and Russia's Vladimir Putin. But Al Yamama isn't the only royal residence. King Salman also owns Erga Palace, another luxurious hideout in Riyadh. When former US President Barack Obama visited Saudi Arabia in 2015, he was hosted there. They dined like royalty, with lobster, lamb, jeweled rice, and even gold-plated tissue boxes were spotted. And those are just the palaces the public knows about. The House of Saud owns countless secret mansions, estates, and private properties around the world that most people will never see, private islands you'll never visit. But if you thought land palaces were impressive, wait till you hear about their private islands. The Saudi royals love privacy, and what better way to stay hidden than your own island? Recently, they announced Lahish Island, Saudi Arabia's first luxury private island for residential ownership. Lahish is part of a group of 92 untouched islands along the Red Sea, surrounded by crystal clear waters, coral reefs, and rare sea life. No tourists allowed, unless you're rich enough to buy a home there. The island will have world-class resorts, villas, private beaches, and even its own airport. It's like building a billionaire's playground, hidden away from the world. But that's just the beginning. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, also known as MBS, once rented not one, not two, but 3 entire island resorts in the Maldives, just for himself and his friends. Regular tourists? Their bookings were canceled. The whole place was cleared for the prince's month-long private holiday. That's the kind of wealth and power few can even imagine. And we're just getting started. The $295 million European palace, the Saudi royals, don't just live large inside their own country. They've taken their wealth across the world. One of the most famous examples, the Chateau Louis XIV in France. This incredible mansion, owned by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, is said to be the most expensive home on earth. He bought it in 2015 for nearly $295 million. At first glance, it looks like a real 17th century French castle, just like the famous Palace of Versailles. But here's the twist. It was only built in 2011 using modern materials and hidden high-tech systems. The palace has 57 acres of gardens, gold-covered fountains, marble statues, and even a fancy maze made of hedges. The fountains? You can control them with your iPhone. Inside, the mansion is filled with marble floors, windows, golden ironwork, and walls painted by famous French artists. It has 2 grand ballrooms, a movie theater, squash courts, swimming pools, and even an underwater meditation room built inside the moat. And yes, celebrities love it too. Even Kim Kardashian once visited the palace when she was looking for a wedding venue. A $12 million palace in America. Prince Khalid bin Salman, the younger brother of Crown Prince MBS, also knows how to live in style. When he was studying in the US, he secretly bought a mansion called Le Château de Lumière, or the Palace of Light, in Virginia. The prince paid $12 million in cash for this European-style palace just outside Washington, D.C. This home looks like something out of a fairy tale. It has 20,000 square feet of living space, 8 bedrooms, and 13 bathrooms. The entrance is lined with giant Grecian columns and gold details. Inside, you'll find crystal chandeliers, marble floors, and a massive ballroom perfect for royal parties. The backyard, a private oasis with a huge pool, fire pits, and even Corinthian columns surrounding the area. The mansion also has a spa, a cinema, a basketball court, and a club room, all hidden behind secure, fenced gates. It's the kind of luxury you'd never expect to find in Virginia. Palaces hidden across Europe. But the House of Saud didn't stop there. One of King Salman's nephews, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, is one of the richest men in the Middle East. His investments include huge companies like Citigroup and even Elon Musk's X, formerly known as Twitter. Prince Al-Walid owns a stunning Italian castle called Villa Cariana in the hills of Turin, Italy. This 19th century neo-Gothic palace has over 40 rooms decorated with gold, frescoes, and historic details. It also sits on 175 acres of parkland with gardens, fruit orchards, greenhouses, and even a farm. It's like stepping back in time, but with every modern luxury you can imagine. But when the prince is back home in Saudi Arabia, he stays in his private estate in Riyadh, known as Promotion Palace, a massive $195 million mansion with 420 rooms, tropical gardens, swimming pools, and even a private bowling alley. The estate is so huge it has 5 kitchens and can serve food to 2,000 people within an hour's notice. The abandoned palaces no one talks about. But not every royal mansion stays grand forever. Some of the Saudi royal family's properties in Europe have fallen into ruin. Take the Bishop's Avenue in London, one of the most expensive streets in the world. The Saudi royals bought 10 mega mansions there in the 1990s. These homes were meant to be royal hideouts, but many of them were never even used. Over the years, some of these mansions have decayed. One of them, called the Towers, was bought by King Fahd for over $30 million, but it was abandoned and eventually destroyed by a massive fire in 2023. Another mansion on the same street, Kenstead Hall, became the center of a huge legal battle after King Fahd's death. His widow finally won the rights to the property, but for years, the grand estate just sat empty, gathering dust. These ghost mansions show just how much wealth the family has, enough to buy entire streets and forget about them. Futuristic cities no outsider can enter. But the Saudi royals aren't just stuck in the past. They're building the future too. One of the biggest projects, a city called NEOM, and within it, a place called The Line. The Line is not a normal city. It's a 170-kilometer long, straight-line city with no cars, no roads, and no pollution. It's designed to house 9 million people, all stacked in layers within a futuristic mirror-walled structure. But getting inside, that's another story. The Line is being built with extreme security. There are miles of anti-climb fences, smart cameras, and hidden sensors built into the walls. They even have fiber optic cables running along the fences to detect anyone trying to sneak in. In some areas, the fences are nearly 5 meters high, with special materials that can survive the harsh desert weather, sandstorms, extreme heat, and even floods. The Saudi royal family is pouring billions into this project, promising a high-tech luxury life, but only for those lucky enough to be part of it. Regular tourists, not a chance. Fortresses hidden behind guarded walls. And inside Saudi Arabia, the royal compounds are protected like military zones. After terrorist attacks in the early 2000s, security around their private neighborhoods became tighter than ever. Imagine this: sandbags, steel barricades, armored vehicles, and machine guns guarding every entrance. Visitors face multiple checkpoints, where their cars are searched, IDs checked, and even mirrors are used to look look under the car for bombs. Many compounds have 3 layers of security, cameras everywhere, and soldiers patrolling 24/7. Even banks, malls, and offices near these compounds are heavily guarded. It's like a hidden world within the city, completely separate from normal life in Saudi Arabia. For the royals and wealthy elites, it's safety and luxury. For outsiders, it's off limits. So what do you think about this hidden kingdom? Is it a symbol of success and luxury, or a reminder of how money can close off entire worlds? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories from around the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.